Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start one of the important theorem in graph theory, which is known by the name of five color theorem. So its proof is very interesting, and it uses so many logics. There are so many logics in the proof of this five color theorem. Just see all the reasonings with full concentration. So what is meaning of five color theorem? So less than five colors. So it is a fact. It is not the exact statement of five color theorem. So less than five colors are used to paint the regions of the word map. See, so I'm sharing one photograph of the world map. So you can see. So only less than five colors are used. How many colors are used exactly? I'm not debating on that point. I'm just saying less than five colors are used. So if we see this side, so it is red, then green, yellow, and then this sky blue. So we are not using more than five colors. So that is the basic argument behind five color theorem. So if a map is there, so then map can be colored using five colors. So what is meaning of coloring? So coloring means the adjacent, the neighboring regions are assigned with the different colors. So how this theorem is being stated in graph theory? So in graph theory, the statement is the chromatic number of a simple planar graph is no greater than 5. That means if a graph is a simple graph, means it is not containing self loops or parallel edges, then it is a planar graph. It can be drawn without intersection of edges. Then always chromatic number is less than 5. No more than 5 colors are required for painting the vertices of this graph. So it is very lengthy proof, and I think only one this proof will be covered only in this whole process. For proving this result, we require one lemma. So that lemma is every planar graph has a vertex with degree less than equal to 5. Just think what is meaning of this statement. Every planar graph has a vertex of degree less than equal to 5. That means in every planar graph there will be at least one vertex whose degree is 1, 2, 3, 4 or maximum 5. Its proof requires two logics only. So one logic is from this statement itself, and the second logic is from the earlier proved results of the Euler formula. Now we are starting its proof. So one is, so we know that by Euler's formula, so V plus R minus E, it is always equal to 2. So it is the main result, V plus R minus E equal to 2. Now let me suppose this statement is not correct. Every planar graph has a vertex with less than equal to 5. So let me suppose degree of every vertex, it is greater than equal to 6. It is not less than equal to 5. So its contrary is that degree is always greater than equal to 6. So therefore 6V, so if we take degree 6 to be number 6 to be degree of every vertex, then 6V, it is always going to be less than equal to 2E. So it is your handshaking theorem that sum of degrees of vertices, it is always equal to 2E. So minimum degree is assumed to be 6. So 6 into number of vertices, 6V. So it is always going to be less than equal to 2E. So it is one argument. Now the next argument is the argument from the planarity of the graphs. So what is that graph? If we have already proved this result, so E is less than equal to 3V minus 6. But again, just for the completion sake, I'm again taking its proof. In a simple planar graph, degree of every region is greater than equal to 3. So 3R. So it is always less than equal to 2E. So remember, so last time this was the question in your final examination, and most of the students were making this mistake that somewhere they were writing greater than equal to 2E, somewhere they were writing 3R greater than equal to 2E, or 6V less than equal to 2E. So remember, for both cases, So 2e is always on the higher side. So whether it is vertices, 6 into v means number of vertices into degree, or it is degree of region into number of regions. So both are always less than equal to 2e. So 2e is on the higher side always. So 6v is less than equal to 2e, 3r is less than equal to 2e. Now we have to see how the contradiction is being obtained. So from Euler's formula, v plus r minus e is equal to 2. So we can get r is equal to 2 plus e minus v. So 3r, it is less than equal to 2e. So 3 into r, so we are making substitution of r from here. So 2 plus e minus v, it is less than equal to 2e. So if we solve this equation, so 3e minus 2e, it is equal to e, then minus 3v on the right hand side, it becomes 3v, and then it is minus 6. So it is e is less than equal to 3v minus 6. And if we see this result number 1, so it is 6v less than equal to 2e. That means it is 3v less than equal to e. So if I combine these two, so that gives one absurd result, that is 3v, it is less than equal to e, and e is less than equal to 3v minus 6. So it is not possible that a number is lying between 3v and 3v minus 6. 3v is on the lower side and 3v minus 6 is on the higher side, and it is a positive number. So yes, it is an obvious contradiction. So it is contradiction to the fact that we were taking this assumption that degree of every vertex is equal to or it is higher than 6. So that means we were on the wrong side. So that means the result is contrary to our assumption. So the assumption was greater than equal to 6. So yes, every planar graph has a vertex with degree less than equal to 5. So we are proving one theorem, 5 color theorem, and 5 color theorem says for a simple planar graph, simple planar connected graph, so quadratic number is always less than equal to 5. So before proving this result, so we have proved this lemma. So this lemma states simply one result is obtained, and that result says that every planar graph has at least one vertex with degree less than equal to 5. Now with this result in our pocket, we are going to start the main proof of the theorem. So we'll prove this result by applying induction method on number of vertices. So what is induction method? So first we are proving this result for the starting number. So starting number could be 1, 2, 3. So wherever you want, you can start from. Then that result will be true on the right side of that number. So suppose n is equal to 1. So n equal to 1 means number of vertices are 1. So it is the simplest connected planar graph consisting of a single vertex. So that means a single color is required to color the graph. So result is true. So this result is not true for n equal to 1. This result is true up to 2, 3, 4, 5. So suppose the number of vertices are 5 and the colors required are 5. So that means this result is true, trivially true, up to n equal to 5. So the main problem starts when n is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So step number 1, base case. So we have proved that this result is true for n less than equal to 5. No doubt we are writing n equal to 1, but all are trivially true. Then the step number 2. So what is step number 2? In the induction process, we assume that the result is true for n equal to k. And finally, in step number 3, we show that the result is true for n equal to k plus 1. So then how this result becomes true for every value of n? See, so we have already proved that it is true up to 5. And if it is true for 5, in this step number 3, you are showing it for 6. Now you can replace n by 6, that becomes true for 7, then 7 for 8. So then it becomes a result for every value of n. So that means from n equal to 1 to any finite number, so this result is true. So that is the main philosophy of induction method. So let's see how this induction method is going to help us in proving this result. So it is proved for the base case. Assumption is made for n equal to k. That means up to n equal to k. K is any number, so up to this number. So we don't face any problem in coloring the graph. Then its chromatic number is 5. Now the next is to prove the result for n equal to k plus 1. So for proving it n equal to k plus 1, so we need that previous lemma, so which we have just proved. So we have proved that this graph has a vertex with degree less than equal to 5. So be focused on the proof. There are so many twists in the proof, so don't lose your concentration. Just to take your copy pen and then start noting these main turning points. So it is the first turning point is, so how we are introducing this lemma 1. So what is this lemma 1? So that graph is there, it is with k plus 1 vertices, result is true for n equal to k. So see how we are using this step number 2 to prove step number 3. Any induction process which is not using step number 2, it is incorrect. So always, so there is use of step number 2. So from the just proved lemma, so which we just proved in last slide, we know that the graph has a vertex of degree less than equal to 5. So every graph has a vertex 1, 2, 3 up to 5. So let we have selected one such vertex. So let V is the vertex. So its degree is less than equal to 5. Now we are removing that vertex. So you know what is meaning of removal of vertex. So removal of vertex means to remove all the edges which are connected to it. The given graph was G. So in that graph G, there was a one vertex with degree less than equal to 5. It's 100% there. Now we are assuming one graph, so which is without V, that is G minus V. So it is subgraph. But now see, we have removed this K. That means the graph is with K plus 1 minus 1. That means K vertices. So that means by step number 2, result is true. So G minus 1, it is 5 colorable. So how we are, it's the point that how we are using this step number 2 and this step number 3. So we have removed one vertex. Now the graph is with k vertices only, and with k vertices step number 2 is there, so it is going to help us. So that says that graph is 5 colorable. So up to this point, this graph G, original graph G, without vertex V, so it is 5 colorable. And let the assumed colors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these numbers indicate the colors. So color 1, color 2, color 3, color 4, color 5. So G minus 1, it is 5 colorable, so there is no problem. So this was the main graph. So there was one vertex V. So first we have removed this vertex, and then the graph is G minus V. So G minus V is with k vertices, so that graph is fully 5 colorable. So G minus V is fully colorable. Now we are putting this vertex back in the graph again. So when we are putting the graph, that vertex in the graph again, now we have our original graph G, but with one addition, that every vertex in G is now colorable. It is with color except this added vertex V. That means in this graph G, so which is to be colored, for which we are going to prove this result. So in this graph, except V, every vertex is colored and only 5 colors are being used. Now see, now the next point is, can we assign those 5 colors, out of those 5 colors, a color to V? If that is possible, then our result is true. But if we require 6 color for painting this vertex V, then this result is not true. Then this theorem is not true. Now there are so many possibilities, so many cases and sub-cases. Now just see the first case. Your background is, so there was a graph G, there is a vertex V. Without V, every vertex is assigned a color from 1 to 5. Now the point is only for V. Now there are possibilities. Now the first possibility is, if the vertex has degree less than 5, because the lemma says that degree should be less than equal to 5. Suppose degree is less than 5. If degree of that vertex is less than 5, so that means we can use the remaining color. So suppose its degree is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then always fifth color is there to paint this vertex. If its degree is 3, you can use fourth or fifth color to color this vertex. So then the proof is done. Proof is over. Case number 2. Case number 2 is another simpler case. No doubt its degree is 5, but so there are some permutation combinations, and not all 5 colors are being used for coloring these vertices. Means degree is 5, but still all 5 colors are not used, like these two. So these were not adjacent, then they are assigned the color 1 only. So then we are left with the fifth color, so we can assign that fifth color to this vertex V. So always whenever I'm saying V, so V means this added vertex. So this added vertex can be colored. So we are done. So in both cases, so there is no problem. So always we can assign out of those 5 colors one color to paint this vertex V. That means proof is over. The main critical case is the degree of vertex is 5, degree of vertex V is 5, and all the 5 colors are used in coloring. So it is a peak case. V is there, its degree is 5, that is a peak case, optimal case on the higher side, and all the colors are being used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the 5 colors are being used. Now the point is, can we assign any color to this vertex V out of these 5? So if we see this graph, if I am assigning this color 1 to this vertex, so it is not fair, these two are adjacent. You can't assign 2, you can't assign 3, 4 and 5. So this figure says you have to use 6 colors. But now see the further permutation combination, further division into cases and sub cases. So we will prove finally that these 5 colors are sufficient. So there, I think there will be 4 parts. So of those 4 parts, so there it is case third. So in case third, so we have to discuss at least in 4 parts. So what are these 4 parts? So this part 1. So this V, just keep an image of these 5 in your mind. So this side it is 1, left side, right side it is 3, 2 is on the upper side, and 4 are 5. So these are on the lower side. You can use any version. You can name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at least somewhere you have to fix these notations. So I'm fixing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever I'm saying 1, your mind says yes, it is towards left. Whenever I'm saying third, that means towards right. 2 upper, 4, 5 just below this vertex. So with this imagination, so we are going to prove. Now this part 1. So what this part 1 says, make a subgraph out of all the vertices, so which are colored 1 and 3. Actually there is one graph G, so for which we are going to prove this result. This graph is containing so many vertices, k plus 1 vertices, and out of those k plus 1 vertices, k vertices are assigned 5 colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only problem is this vertex V. Now from this whole graph, so we are making a subgraph of the vertices, so which are painted with colors 1 and 3 only. Means we are not touching any other color. So we are just making a subgraph of from outside this. So we are making a subgraph, so which is containing only 1 and 3. So on this side, left side it is 1, and on the right hand side it is 3. So when we are just making a picture of a subgraph of this whole graph, so with vertices which are with colors 1 and 3 only, 1 and 3. Now there are 2 possibilities. So the possibility is this side it is 1 and this side it is 3. So what are these 2 possibilities? That means we have removed all the remaining vertices on this side except this one. So we have removed all the vertices. All the vertices means, so which are somewhere here assigned color 2, assigned color 4, assigned color 2, assigned color 4. So only we are keeping 1 and 3, 1 and 3. So there are 2 possibilities. So the one possibility is that there exists a path between these two 1 and 3. That these 1 and 3 are connected, and the other possibility is that these 1 and 3 are not connected. So the whole proof is around these 2 arguments. So the possibility 1, the first possibility is that there exists no path between adjacent vertices colored 1 and 3. Means this side was 1, next If next is 2, then chain is disrupted at this point only. So again we are taking the maximum possible case, optimal case. So it is 1, it is 3, again 1, again 3, but they are not connected to this side of. So it is 1 and it is 3, and means there exists no such path so it is connected with these two, so it is not possible. So we are discussing this case. So that means chain gets disrupted. So if it is the case, then just focus on this side. So this vertex is assigned 1, this vertex is assigned 3, this vertex is 1, but it is not being at the final stage being connected with 3. That means chain is getting disrupted somewhere here. So in that case, you can simply interchange the colors on this side. I am saying the interchange of colors only on one side. So don't change the colors on this side towards left of V. So it is 1 3 1 3. I don't know how many pairs are there of this 1 3 1 3, but some pairs are there 1 3 1 3. So just assign color 3 to 1 and 1 to 3. Simply exchange the colors, interchange the colors. So now it is 3. So 1, it is 3. This 3, it is now 1. This 1, it is now 3. 3 is 1 and 1 is 3, and this vertex 1, it is also assigned color with 3. So if it is 3 now and the chain is getting disrupted, so this side 3 1 1 3, so there is no harm in taking this caption 3 1 1 3. But if you have used this combination 3 1, this 3 1 1 3, so that means now one color is available. So this vertex V, it is adjacent to 3 on this side, adjacent to 3 on this side. So 3 and 3. So that means this color number 1. So it is available for coloring this vertex V. So yes, we can color this vertex with this color 1. So that means again 5 colors are used. That means in this case, case number 2 1, it was already colorable with 5. Case 2 was already colorable with 5. In case 3, so when degree of every vertex is 5 and all the 5 colors are used. So in one possibility we have shown, yes, it is possible that you can use this color 1 to paint this vertex V, and job is done, and only 5 colors are used. So this color number 1 is available and we can paint this. Now what was another possibility? The second possibility is that this 1 3 1 3 1 3, so this chain is not getting disrupted, but a closed path is there, means a path is there connecting this 1 3 1 3, and finally it is stopping at this point. That means a path is there. Now see this possibility also. So second possibility is that vertices colored 1 and 3 are connected by this path. So consisting of alternating sequence of vertices 1 and 3. So just see, so it is 1 and it is 3. So it is our vertex V with degree 5. So whole game is around about this V. So 1 3 1 3 1 3, and we are finally making a closed loop type path. So that path is there. So between 1 and 3 and 1 and 3. Now the point is, which so last time we have exchanged colors in this side, but now we can't exchange colors on this side, so no color is available. Now what is the next logic? So next logic is, so when this type of path is there, so when path was not there, then that case is solved. Yes, we can color that graph with 5 colors, with 5 colors only. But the only problem is when it is these vertices 1 3 1 3, so they are making a path. So when this path is there, now how to do coloring with 5 vertices only? So then the argument is now repeat the process, this process of last slide. So this 1 3 1 3, but for 2 4 only. So this side it is 4. Again, now we are applying our argument for vertices between 2 and 4. Same logic. Now 2 and 4, now just consider that subgraph, so which is containing those vertices, so which are colored with 2 or with 4. 2 and 4. So it is 2 and it is 4. Now the again same story is going to be repeated. So either these vertices are connected or these vertices are not connected. So but now the point is कि just we have seen that there exists a path, there is a possibility that the path between 1 and 3 is existing. So whenever path between 1 and 3 is existing and alternating sequence of 1 3 1 3, this type of path is existing between 1 3, then the argument is such type of path can never exist between 2 and 4. Means if 1 and 3 are connected, then 2 and 4 can never be connected. So a path similar to connecting 1 and 3, it is not possible for the vertices painted with 2 and 4. So why we are making this type of argument? So why it is not possible? So when 1 and 3 are not making a path, then it was done. But when 1 and 3 are making a path, now we are applying our argument on 2 and 4, and we are claiming, no, it is not possible for 2 and 4. So why it is not there? Can you guess? The condition is, it is not possible because of planarity condition of the graph. We are assuming that this graph is a planar graph. It is not a simple graph. It is a simple connected planar graph. So what is meaning of planar graph? So planar graph means it can be drawn without intersection of edges. So when on this side, so we are having one path connecting 1 3 1 3, and if you are having this side 2 and this side 4, and you are having a path connecting 2 4 2 4, that means this path is going to intersect this path. So there will be two paths here. So this path is a path 1, and then this path will be path 2. You can never draw this path 2 4 without intersecting this path 1. So that means it is not possible. So what is the possibility? So the possibility is that 2 4 2 4, that graph will be there, but this graph will be a disconnected pair of subgraphs 2 4 2 4. So this will be a these vertices cannot be connected. So these vertices cannot be connected. So it will be simply a disconnected pair of subgraphs separated by a path connecting the vertices 1 and 3. So means one path is with 1 and 3, and second will be some disconnected graph, means 4 2 4 2 4 2, and somewhere they will be linking with this path. And similarly 4 2 4 2, somewhere they will be linking with this path. So that means so there is no threat to planarity, and 2 4 colors, so they are not connected by this path. If this type of possibility is there, now we can use the similar argument. So the argument is this V 4 2 4 2, it is on this side. So this side it was 2 4. Now just exchange the colors of this side. So 2 4 2 4 left, 2 4 2, you can say it is up, and 4 2 right, down. So 4 2 4 2 down, and 2 4 up. So this 2 4 up chain, in this chain, so we are exchanging the colors of 2 and 4. So if you are making this color 4, this color 2, this color 2, so we are getting a subgraph of this type. This side is 4, and this side is 2, and this side is 2. So that means, so this color number 2 is now available. If this side was 4 and this side was 2, so we can't assign this vertex the color 2. But now with this arrangement, it is being changed to 4, it is 2, it is 2. That means now the color 2 is free. So color 2 is free, so we can paint this vertex with the color 2. So the vertex V, so it can be assigned this color 2. So this will leave color 2 for this special vertex, this so-called vertex V. So that means we are done. So again, less than 5 colors are used in this process. So thus we are able to color the graph using 5 vertices only, and the induction process is over. So again I am giving you the brief outlines. So 5 color theorem. So less than 5 colors are used to paint the region of the world map. So it is one example. So then the 5 color theorem, chromatic number of simple planar graph, it is not more than 5. So more than 5. So it is based upon one lemma. So that lemma says every planar graph has a vertex with degree less than equal to 5. So then induction process, step number 1, for the base case up to 5 it is trivially true. Then inductive step, we assume it for n equal to k, and then we are going to prove it for n equal to k plus 1. So first we are removing this vertex, and then we are inserting again this vertex, and then we are working on three cases. So these three cases are case number 1, when it is less than 5 we can pick any color, but second, when only less than 5 colors are used, then case is possible. The critical case was when all the 5 colors are used. So when 5 colors are used, so we have shown two possibilities: 1 3 1 3 connected and 1 3 1 3 are not connected. So in both cases it is possible to color the vertices of the graph with the 5 colors. So one interesting result associated with this 5 color theorem is, just see the first map. So in this map, so my statement was that 5 colors are sufficient, but if we see closely, not 5 colors are used. If you see, only 4 colors are sufficient to color these regions. So nowhere fifth color is required. But since the theorem says less than equal to 5, so 4 is also satisfying this result. So that means less than 5 means 4 also. So 4 or less than 4 colors are used. That's when we are saying less than 5. Now, what is this 4 color theorem? So whenever we are teaching 5 color theorem, so then there is another result, so which is called 4 color theorem. So what is this 4 color theorem? That 4 color theorem is just on the similar lines. The chromatic number of a similar planar graph is no greater than 4. But the point is, when we are having this type of result, that chromatic number of a graph is less than equal to 4, then why we are teaching this theorem, 5 color theorem? The point is, proof of 5 color theorem is there, so we can prove this result. So we have proved this result in, I think, 30-40 minutes. But so what is wrong with 4 color theorem? So 4 color theorem is not proved till date. So the proof that initially they gave, that was taught I think about 70-80 years, but finally they got a fault in that result, and that proof was removed from the textbooks. Now the result of 4 color theorem, it is in the form of conjecture. So what is difference in proof and conjecture? So proof means that can be proved mathematically by giving arguments, and conjecture is, so which is proved on the basis of particular cases only. So just read the history of 4 color theorem. So you will see its proof is based upon 633 non-isomorphic graphs, non-isomorphic configurations, and they have shown that in those 4 graphs, in those 633 graphs, so just 4 colors are required. So then on the basis of that, they have shown that there is no other graph, so which is non-isomorphic to this, and that means only 4 colors are sufficient. But they were not able to give this type of mathematical proof for 4 coloring theorem. So you will nowhere find the proof of 4 color theorem. The proof is available only for 5 colors. But yes, the reality is that for a planar graph, we never require even 5th color. Only 4 colors are sufficient. So that's why both theorems are being taught in your classes. So 4 color theorem is also there, 5 color means also there. So with this, I think we are left with just 1 or 2 topics. So I will take your next class on Thursday. So I think I will arrange one session where you can ask your doubts. Even if you want to ask any point, I'm just unmuting. You can ask any question. I'm unmuting you. You can unmute yourself and ask any doubt if you have. So I can see 2 faces are there, Abhimanyu and Mac. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
सर इन केस 3 जब हमारे पास 5 के वो 5 कलर्स होते हैं, तो हमने ये देखा ना कि 1 3 1 3 वाले पाथ वो डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है.
हाँ जी,
वो
हाँ जी.
पॉइंट मुझे समझ नहीं आया कि वो क्या डिस्टर्ब बताना चाह रहे हैं आप, कैसे डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है वो पाथ, मतलब.
See, just listen to my points. Just close your eyes and just imagine a graph is there with 5 colors. Okay. On left hand side it is 1 and right hand side it is 3. Now there are so many vertices which are attached with colors 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Forget all other colors. Just see कि whether this 1 and 3, 1 and 3 क्या ये सारे के सारे आपस में एक क्लोज्ड पाथ बनाते होंगे? अगर बनाते होंगे तब वो सेकंड केस में है, अगर वो नहीं बनाते हैं तो देन जस्ट that was the case. That was the case, no? This 1 3 1 3. So this side 1 and this side 3. So these 1 and 3 are not connected. So when these 1 and 3 are not connected, there exists no path. तब argument is then simply exchange. जो ये वाला 1 है इसको आप 3 कर दो, इस 3 को आप 1 कर देते हो, and then you are having one extra color V and you can assign that color to this vertex. And if their vertices are connected, अगर 1 3 1 3 वाला चेन है, so chain disrupted means कि बीच में कोई और कलर आ जाता है, जैसे 1 3 1 3 है, कहीं पे 2 या 4 आ गया, so then this chain is disrupted, and that means simply point is path and there is no path. So path means 1 and 3 are connected by sequence of 1 and 3 only, and when there is no path, that means this chain is disrupted and there is one more color. Yes, हाँ. Does it make any sense? Ask next question. Yes. Abhimanyu, I think you are asking some question.
जी सर। सर ये इस केस में जो आपने 4 कलर थ्योरम वाला बताया,
जी जी।
तो उसमें आप लास्ट में बता रहे थे कि शायद किसी ने इसका कोई एग्जाम्पल शो किया है, ऐसा कुछ है?
सिर्फ 1 मिनट है, हाँ मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम इस यहीं से शुरुआत कर दूंगा। आप कैनेथ
ठीक है।
नोलन बुक है आपके पास?
नहीं सर, बुक तो कोई भी नहीं है।
अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है सब्जेक्ट में तो पढ़ना। इट इज वन ऑफ द मतलब बेस्ट रिजल्ट इन ग्राफ थ्योरी कि जो 4
ठीक है।
कलर थ्योरम है वो भी प्रूव नहीं हुई, आज तक प्रूफ नहीं है उसका। 633 कॉन्फ़िगरेशन को लेकर उन्होंने प्रूव किया कि अप टू
अच्छा।
4 कलर्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, सफिशिएंट है।
ठीक है, ठीक है,
तो बट उसका प्रूफ नहीं है, इट इज कॉल्ड कंजक्चर।
ठीक है।
अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट है तो आप उसको थोड़ा नेट पे आपको मिलेंगे शायद वो कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, ठीक है।
ठीक है अभिमन्यु?
जी सर।
ओके महक, एनी अदर डाउट?
नो सर।
ओके, थैंक यू भाई।